Kumusta titos and titas? I hope you're all doing well, the enhanced community quarantine. And it's getting a little bit to become the new normal for now. Although of course we hope that sana matapos na to as soon as possible. Pero in the meantime, I'm gonna give you some tips on how to stay fit and healthy during this enhanced community quarantine para hindi kita maanan sakit. And alam mo yun, what else do you have to do? Work from home is there, but you're not as busy. You don't have to worry about yung commute, yung traveling, for most of us at least. But some of us, of course, we're very thankful to all the frontliners who are helping out during this time, of course, working in the hospitals, supermarkets, just so that society can function. So we're very, very thankful to all of them. But in the meantime, before we move on, I'd like for you guys to please subscribe and like this video so that we know that you appreciate our content, and it's really gonna help the YouTube algorithm get this video out there. Alright? The first thing you have to fix if you want to stay healthy and fit during this time of the community quarantine is, number one, you have to find a way to exercise. Kailangan mong gumalaw. It's very easy. There are a lot of places giving out free workouts right now. Gyms are giving free workouts. The gyms that closed down. A lot of online personal trainers are doing videos as well. And even we are doing that, TitoFit, so you can check out our other videos for that. We're showing you a lot of exercises and workouts. More in the coming days and weeks. Find a way. All it takes is 15 minutes to 1 hour is going to be very long already. So find a way to squeeze in an exercise or a workout. Now, try to make sure it's a whole body workout so that you get the most bang for your buck. Number two, you are also going to have to fix your nutrition. Now, during this time, nutrition is very important. Your diet is going to be very, very important because our body responds to what we eat. Now, if we're eating a lot of junk food during this time, I went to the grocery the other day and surprisingly, well, actually not surprising at all, ang ubos na rack is the junk food rack. So, people are staying in but they're still eating junk food. So you might not get infected by the virus, but you're setting yourself up for failure by feeding the pathogens inside your body with junk. Now, remember that whatever you eat will either stop inflammation or prevent it, or feed inflammation. So sugar is one of the biggest culprits when it comes to inflammation. So minimize your sugar intake. Remember, carbs at the end of the day are turned into sugar, and the unusable carbs are turned into fat. Now, that's not a good thing. Ayaw naman natin na after nitong quarantine na to, paglabas mo, you gained a lot of weight just by doing nothing. So diet is going to play a big role. For those of us who were very active before this happened, you also might have to reduce your calories kasi hindi ka na ganun ka-active eh. So if you were very active before, if you used to walk like a normal daily average of 2-3 kilometers, wala na yun ngayon. You're not gonna be walking much. You're not gonna be moving much. Actually, not unless nakatira ka sa mansion, di ba? Na pwede kang umikot-ikot. But for those of us, especially those of us who live in condominiums, smaller houses, wala. We have very small spaces to get around. That's why it's very important for us to work out. So your diet should also reflect your activity. Remember na keep your intake to a level that will support exercise and your health and immunity. That's all you need. So bawas-bawas ng konti. Eat a lot of vegetables. Yan, kailangan yan. Vegetables, eat a decent amount of protein. Not so much since you're probably not gonna be lifting as much anymore as before. So medyo bawas-bawas tayo ng konti doon. Pero eat a lot of vegetables so that you're feeding the good bacteria in your gut. Remember, when it comes to vegetables, variety is the key. So eat the greens, eat the purples, eat the oranges. So when I say purples, I mean like purple cabbage, yung mga alugbati, they're kind of purple. So pag may pigment yung vegetable, may ibang kulay, normally that corresponds to a different type of antioxidant in the vegetable. That's why blueberries are purple. They're full of what's called anthocyanins, and these are very, very powerful antioxidants. So try to get your intake of different colors of fruits and vegetables. More vegetables than fruit. Fruit, not so much, because as we know, it has a lot of sugar in it. Although it's not as bad as your junk food sugar, but it still has a lot of sugar. So during this time, so that you don't gain so much weight during this quarantine, don't eat too much fruit. Konti lang, sakto lang. Like maybe 1 or 2 servings a day of berries. That should be good. The third thing that I want you to stress is sleep. Now, remember, that's gonna be something that's gonna be fairly easy to do this time. Try to get your 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day. Your immune system functions way better pag kompleto yung tulog natin. Hindi naman ganun kahirap yun ngayon, di ba? Kasi wala namang reason magpuyat. Di ka naman magpa-party, di ka naman wala ka naman pupuntahan eh. So, matulog ng tama. Just get the enough hours. Medyo bawas muna ng pag-binge watch ng K-drama. Okay? And then the fourth one that I want you guys to keep in mind while we're in this community quarantine is supplementation. Now, I'm not gonna go too deep into how to supplement during the quarantine because we already made a video of the supplement shopping. So I discussed what the uses of particular vitamins and minerals are. But don't forget to take your probiotics, your vitamins, your zinc for immunity, your vitamin D3 also for immunity. So we'll link to that older video here, okay? So check that other video out. And then that was number 4, if I'm not mistaken. So we have your exercise, we have your eating, we have your sleeping, and then we have your supplementation. Last but not the least, the 5th thing that you have to take care of during this time so that your immune system gets stronger, but a lot of people don't realize how much of an effect this has on their immunity, is your attitude or your stress management. Now, there's a lot of negativity going around during this time. That negativity can actually feed your emotions, and it gets toxic sometimes. So I'd say, of course, the news is very important during this time, but I'd say just limit your dose of bad news. So I'd say maybe for every bit of bad news that you get today, make sure you counteract it or balance it out by reading or feeding your mind and your brain or even your emotions 2 bits of positivity. How do we get that? Read a good book that inspires you. Inspirationals are good. Meditate. That's also very good. Meditation is very good. If meditation doesn't do it for you, watch a funny movie or watch a funny sitcom. Manood ka ng something na nakakatawa that gives you joy. That will make you wag yung nakaiyak, alam ko. But sometimes, there are certain things that are very positive about some emotional things, but try to find some joy, a reason to be grateful during this unique time in the history of humankind, and we're in the middle of it. Our generation or everyone who is alive today, we're going through a difficult time for humanity, and we can only counteract that by being positive. Now, I'm not talking about false positivity, but I'm talking about actually having some real hope, being grateful for the small things, that you get to spend this time with your loved ones, that you get to read up on some things that you might have missed before. Baka meron kang gustong basahing libro na wala kang oras. Ngayon, meron ka ng oras para basahin yung libro. Libro na yon. Or kung meron kang gustong aralin, now is a good time to sharpen those skills. There are a lot of online courses. Basically, your attitude will affect your immunity. That's the whole point of what I'm saying. Be very grateful, meditate, prayer if that's your thing. Make sure that you find a way to be very, very positive during this time. So with that, that's all for today, Titos and Titas. Don't forget to subscribe again. If you've made it this far, I thank you, and I hope to see you guys. I hope all of you are well, that you're staying safe and healthy with your families and your friends or whoever it is that you stay with, your significant other, titos, titas. All right. And thank you very much. And I will see you guys next time.